No, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, outsiders of all ages, bring a beverage. It's 8:30 on a Wednesday as we talk to you. Everybody pile on into the Specs chat. We're going to have a good time. It's the outsiders. We're going to talk some Texas football. Retention all over the place. You can't have them. Whoever you want. You want players? Can't have them. You want coaches? Can't have them. We're going to get into that discussion today, a little over 200 days before Arch Manning goes to the Horseshoe. We'll talk Super Bowl. We'll make Super Bowl picks. Somebody might talk about the national anthem's length in this show. Who knows? Outsiders presented by Poncho Outdoors. And we just happen to have two models for you on the left side of the show. Look at this poncho right here. This guy's wearing a poncho. That's a badass flannel. That's a little mother of pearl if you need that one. That's not bad. That's a little North Rim, I think is what that one's called. This one here, it's another flannel. You can go regular button. You can do that too. The black flannel. Right, you can. Oh, my God. It looks fantastic. Look at that. Plus throw on a little occupied left field hat. Oh. Nothing wrong with it. You want a little hunting shirt? They got hunting shirts for you. Mention the Outsiders. Mention Orange Bloods Live when you go to ponchooutdoors.com to buy the best shirts on planet Earth. It is fantastic stuff. Thanks to Poncho for their support. All right, Outsiders are ready to roll. Our man Blake, the super producer, cannot be with us tonight. We'll get you his pick for the Super Bowl. Shocker. He's picking his Kansas City Chiefs to win 3 in a row. We'll get his picks and that Super Bowl pick. We'll get into the pick'em. The pick'em is very close. It's close, razor thin, going into the last week. And the guy that's trying to chase me down is the quarterback, your upper left, Mach 5. Chance, what are we drinking tonight?
I'm just going to be light tonight. I did put a little vodka in my water with my splash of my delicious key lime juice, which sweetens everything up. It's a natural sweetener. I'd like to think of it as a healthy drink. That's what I'm going with.
Very nice. I'm glad you said vodka, Chance. It is the magic word. I tonight, gentlemen, am celebrating. I'm celebrating with the most popular Deep Eddy vodka. That is lemon for people who don't know. The most popular flavor of Deep Eddy vodka is lemon. And I'm celebrating with lemon to celebrate my dream coming true. Santa got my letter starting Thursday, everybody. Pineapple Deep Eddy vodka is hitting the tasting room. I'm taking a sip to celebrate.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Oh,
gotta celebrate that. Available tomorrow. We're talking to you on the 5th. It's available tomorrow. I believe it's 11 to 7 is there the hours out there. Deep Eddy, do I have that right? Friday 11 to 7. Absolutely. Thursdays and Fridays 11 to 7. Get ready. Pineapple is coming to the Deep Eddy vodka family. So excited about that. All right, your lower right, as always, is Jason Dick. You can be guaranteed he's drinking something weird. Jason?
Chad, I'll just say, you know what that pineapple, you know what that does to you. You know what? It's not important.
You got to live in Steiner Ranch for that pineapple to have meaning.
Hey. Just tastes like vacation.
Not true.
Leave that out. I know I've set a high bar for you guys in terms of what I'm going to be drinking, and so it was a big decision today. But I will tell you, I'm just having a Wingstop Diet Coke. Okay, I'm just having a Wingstop Diet Coke. That's what I have for you. All right. So
hey, you know what? Jason, sometimes you got to drink like a 64-year-old woman. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Look at that coat. Look at that cup, though. I mean, just last week, our boy Arch Manning went with Red Bull that gives you wings. Jason's going as the leader of the Arch Manning fan club. He's going where the flavor gets its wings.
That's it. A lot of wings.
Yeah. NIL deals are already working. Arch Manning's already
officially be now known as Arch's Power Bottom.
That's right.
It was our power bottom, but now he's Arch's power bottom.
And it is guaranteed now. If you are a Longhorn fan, this whole Arch thing, it gives you wings. It makes you feel like you can fly. Everything is about wings now with number 16 at quarterback. And the lower left, it is the country gorilla. It's Bo Edge rocking that occupied left field hat, which is fantastic. Bo, what are you drinking?
Well, so I went with a little Asian-inspired theme tonight based on something I found at the store that I thought would impress Jason. So this is green tea mixed with MVP vodka from our friends of the show.
Nice.
But I found Jason's always looking for bargains, and I found this one at the local Randall's, complete with the clearance sticker on it.
Oh, did you check the date?
This is brown sugar Lady Boba bubble tea.
Oh dear God. Lady Bobo? Is that what you said?
No alcohol in it, I don't think. But
No, the alcohol would ruin the vibe.
It's
You don't want to ruin a Lady Bobo with alcohol. How is it? When a man,
yes.
Whoa. When a man
Totally
gets a whiskey and Coke Zero takes
You know
a
what
pull.
this is what it tastes like. Why the hell is this on clearance? People should have been buying the shit out of this.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Bo just
You know what when your Cinnamon Toast Crunch sits in the milk and you eat all the cereal, but the milk has
yeah.
it's like that milk. That's what it is. It's the milk at the bottom of a Cinnamon Toast Crunch bowl of
So
cereal.
it's like a cinnamony soft drink beverage.
Yes.
That's crazy. You need to, Bo. You need to be be the spokesperson. This is Bo for Lady Bobo. It's perfect.
Lady Boba brown sugar bubble tea on clearance. Yeah.
That is fantastic. All right, we're filling up our bellies.
To be clear, I'm not always looking for bargains. I'm looking for jokes. Okay, and so yeah, that's to say I just did want people to think that I was cheap.
Yeah, let's clarify here. Chris Bennett is reminding us that boba is a huge thing nowadays. Is it boba or bobo?
Boba.
Oh, it is boba. See, that's
Boba.
very trendy. Lady Boba.
Boba.
Oh, there you go. Lady Boba. It's Boba Fett's mom. Okay. Chris Bennett, thank you, sir, for that. Also, Chris Bennett saying a hello from a snowy Washington State. Chris Bennett, we hope you're warm and safe with all that snow falling. Send us some pictures. I know you'll put some out on social media. Also, Chris Bennett saying that I'm celebrating my Bucks hiring Charlie Strong. You know what? We could celebrate that. I put the shirt on today for a slightly different reason, but is that true? Charlie Strong's going to be the D-line coach of the Bucks? Is that right?
He is.
Oh yeah.
How about that? I like that. See, I like Charlie when he's focused in as a DC. Might be even more focused as a D-line coach.
I'm with you on that. He's one of the guys that, there's a lot of them out there in history, but I think he's a better position / coordinator kind of guy where he can just focus on what he knows. Like,
No doubt.
It made me, I really questioned if he was ready for the Texas job when they had to write it into his contract that he would do the coaches show at least once a week. Like, they were making, because he didn't want to deal with all that stuff, right? And so he was like the opposite of Mike Leach. Like, Mike Leach, I don't think knew defenses even existed other than when he was scheming against them. Because when his defense would come off the field, he's over on the sideline talking to his quarterback, trying to figure out what he's doing. Well, Charlie Strong's the same way. And it's hard to coach that way, but I think he's a phenomenal coach, and I think his players actually like him when he's in that role.
Yeah, congrats to Charlie there. It's actually not why I wore the Bucks shirt today, guys. For the recruiting show today, Jason Sukamel gave me a little piece of info I hadn't heard. Did you guys know that Texas has offered Martin Grammatica's kid?
Yes.
Did you hear what his first name is?
Yes.
His name is Gaston Grammatica.
And he's got the flowing locks. Like, he's
kidding me?
Did you see him?
No one kicks like Gaston. No one. I mean, it's going to be so
I wish his name would have been Matt, but his birth certificate name would have been Automatica. And then he really could have been oh, dear God.
I like this here. What is happening? What brought that on?
Jason was showing his flowing locks.
Oh, the flowing locks. Yeah, that's not what we mean when we say flowing locks.
When I say flowing locks, Jason, and I'm not
They should be more
your hair.
flowing. I agree. They could be more flowing than that.
I bet when you
Your
came out
hair
of the
looks
water.
amazing, Jason, but I'm talking this guy had the Antonio Banderas shoulder length, but blonde. Like, it was crazy. Looked like a Australian surfer dude.
Yeah, that was exciting. That's why I had the Bucks shirt on today, but congrats to Charlie as well. And ultimately, guys, it's congrats to the Texas Longhorns for just keeping everything. We talked about in the last couple of weeks about retention of players, that wave right after the season of making sure everybody's taken care of that's going to be coming back, the ones that aren't going to the draft and all that. This week, there was a big coaching story. For some reason, Tashard Choice took the phone call of the Dallas Cowboys because he thinks they're still an NFL team. They needed a new running backs coach. Now they've gotten one. It's not Choice. He's staying. So that is huge. And in a year where the national champs are going to replace OC, DC, and all kinds of stuff, Texas Bo is keeping this thing together, and they're keeping the ride going with Sark, Milwee, Choice. Coach Jackson just got named recruiter of the year by whatever one of the services that does that. Texas is really keeping the crew that's going out and getting into these living rooms and talking to the kids and spreading the culture and everything. They are still together for at least one more season.
Well, I think you have to look at the Texas program very differently than we've looked at college programs for a long time, because Texas is running their football program with the budgets, with recruiting coordinators, with football operations guys, with the whole thing that they've got set up. They're running it more like an NFL organization than a college team is really what they're doing. And I think that's going to lend to more guys being willing to stick around for the right job, right? Like, it doesn't become you have to chase advancements as much as you can look for the right job. And I mean, I don't know with Choice. I'm glad he came back. I don't know if it was his, no pun intended at all, but I don't know if it's his choice or decision, or if the Cowboys chose to go another direction, or if he told them, hey, I think I'm staying at Texas. Y'all should probably look elsewhere. Could be any one of those things. But regardless, Sark's ability and Del Conte too to retain these guys is huge. The message, the continuity as you go year to year and you continue to try to build on these playoff runs, it's huge to not have the new faces. I mean, I remember when Tim Brewster left and when Daryl Drake left and when Bull left, Bull Reese, and those guys as they left or retired, it was weird. It was different. You get different terminology comes in, different styles come in, and those things are all part of the growing pain. So if you can keep them together, again, going back to my earlier comment that it's being run more like an NFL franchise, that's huge for the players. Huge.
Yeah. First off, Chance, what happened was Tashard Choice walked into Jerry Jones and asked him if they were drafting Ashton Genty or if he was coaching Rico Dowdle. And Jerry said, I don't know who Ashton Genty is. And Tashard Choice called CDC and was like, can I get a raise if I come back?
Yeah, that was about right. I'm sure it was something like that. We feel like Rico is Rico and Schottenheimer. That's the team. All right, I'm out.
Schottenheimer, yeah. Rico Suave. Why would we draft a running back when we're going to go draft another defensive tackle that's not going to play for us?
Yeah, I mean, I said it this week, guys. You got to really hate recruiting to go to the Cowboys right now. I get they would have paid you maybe the pay would go up, but to get a little bump and to get up to the number that Tashard Choice is at now, but also, guys, every time I read through notes from Jason Sukamel, Jeff Ketchum, Anwar, these guys that are talking to some of the recruits, the culture discussion is big time, and it's not just Sark. It's Sark, but it's also the relationship with Tashard Choice. Mm-hmm. Everybody go to orangebloods.com this week. Read Jason's 321 column on these offensive linemen that came in for junior day and other guys. They're talking about Choice, Milwee, Jackson. They're talking about their relationship with those guys and how critical it is. Chance, you just mentioned a couple of folks back in the day where, that you got to get along with the head coach, but you're also spending so much time with some of these other coaches that those things matter. So my point is, Choice is not just staying because he's getting a little money and maybe the Cowboys are a messed up circus. He's also damn good at his job and seemingly likes building these relationships.
Well, I think when you look at it, your position coach, if you're looking at the football locker room as a family, the position coach is that's like your big brother, whereas the head coach is like your parent. Like, we would see Mac, he's out at practice and, we'd see him in the halls, but the majority of your day is spent with your position coach. That's who the relationship is with. That's where it has to be a good relationship with your guys. And that's, love Coach Mac, and I enjoyed every minute of it. But, I mean, out of the entire day, I've spent I'd spend 15 minutes a day with Mac, and I'd spend 7 hours with Greg. Like that's who my time was with.
Yeah, because Matt can't spend all day with you.
No, he can't.
Couldn't if he wanted to. I mean, it's just not. That's not the job. So Tashard Choice staying with the Longhorns for at least 1 year, of this Arch Manning thing. Jason, if you were a 5-star badass recruit,
I'm definitely a 5-star.
You're of course. And Tashard Choice walks in the living room. What does he need to tell you? What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear that would impress you and impress your parents about Texas?
This is an impossible question because it's like if I was a 5-star, I'm like, what? Now I'm just thinking about like all the things that I would have done if I was a 5-star.
Here, let me put it in your world. What I'm saying is he's recruiting for you to play college level dumbassery.
Yeah.
And you are a 5-star dumbassery expert, and he's going to talk to you about recruiting you to do some dumbassery.
I guess the answer is it just has to be playing time, right? Like I would want immediate sort of assurances on playing time, and that's I don't know if it's the problem or if that's the thing with college football today. With every year, you're re-recruiting your players and everything like that. That if you don't have playing time for kids immediately, like that's going to be a problem. And so, yeah, I would say I don't care how young I am. What am I? I'm a 5-star. I want playing time immediately.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that for me, it's going to be a problem. And so I would say that's the answer. That's the thing that I would be looking for immediately.
Yeah, and if I don't have playtime, Bo, at least explain to me how I get it.
Well, but this is where I think this is one of the differentiators that NIL has caused. Everybody thinks it's just a money war. When guys are going to these schools, and Chance, tell me if I'm, just way off the track here, but I think we're in a lockstep here. Their ultimate goal is to get to the league. As Texas has elevated its status as a preeminent program again, that puts guys in the league. 11 last year, somewhere between 12 and 15 probably this year, and more to come. Now that they can get that NIL check, yes, they want playing time, but what they want is that stair step to the next level. And if they know that they can sit a year at a place like Texas by coming out of the gate as a second-year starter at Texas, that elevates their draft stock. And now with NIL money, they can get paid handsomely while they're not playing. Like the playing time thing made a lot more sense when there was underhanded bags of cash and things of that nature because you had to be on the field performing to earn it. Now they'll just pay you money to show up. And for some recruits, a lot of money to show up. So I don't think playing time is going to be quite as big a factor as it used to be.
And I think we are pretty lockstep in that, Bo. I think there's two things. First, to your point, the waiting thing. When I came to Texas, and I can tell you how delusional it was, is I knew I was going to have to wait, but I also knew coming to Texas was going to get me a chance to get in the NFL. To a point where on Friday night before the draft started, I didn't even start my senior year, and I was getting phone calls from the Mistake on the Lake and Cincinnati saying that they were going to draft me. And there was no doubt in my mind because we were putting out NFL players at an incredible rate. And you see Texas doing that now. But I think you need to understand that mindset. And I thought there was a great video. And he was on with, I think he was on, was it Dan Patrick or Rich Eisen? I think it was Dan Patrick maybe, but Cooper Manning was on there. And it was phenomenal to hear, and you understand why Arch has such a great head on his shoulders because they were asking about NIL, and he made the comment. He said, that's just small money at this time. He said, I told Arch, if you go somewhere at some point, you're going to have a bad game. You're going to throw 3 interceptions. Your girlfriend's going to break up with you. Things aren't going to be good. And if you're somewhere where you can still be somewhat happy in the place that you're at, then that's where you need to be. So it became less about money with him. And he also said he thinks players need to play the long game. Don't play the short game of give me money now. That's what Cooper's and it really hearing that. I understood a lot more about Arch in that statement because he's like, guys will sign these small NIL deals because they just want money right now, but then that may hinder them from signing a bigger deal when they've started performing. So don't cut your nose off in spite of your face. Like, let the process play itself out and play a long game, which is, we've said it so many times that that's what the Mannings do. But it was interesting to hear Cooper himself come out and just flat out say it. Play the long game. Don't just play for right now. Play the extended game.
Like the guy a couple of years back named DeColdis Crawford. He shouldn't have signed a local air conditioning company deal. He should have signed with like a major brand like Daikin, who's paying for Astro stadiums. They'd have definitely been endorsed by DeColdis Crawford.
DeColdis was awesome. What a great
I
name.
mean,
DeColdis.
That's fantastic. Real quick, we did get our first super chat, guys. ATX Bates back in with great news for $4.99. Thank you for that, ATX Bates. You didn't have to do a super chat to tell us this great news. Dad's back home. That's awesome to hear. ATX Bates' dad had been in the hospital. Watched a couple minutes of Texas men's basketball. Switched over to y'all. So much prettier. Buy or sell, prime on prime. Selma Hayek hotter than Sydney Sweeney. That's a buy for me.
I'm buying. Buy.
yeah.
Buy.
Yeah, that's a buy. Both, I mean, look.
Industrial size buy.
Both are excellent, but I'm going Selma Hayek. Come on.
Look, I'm too old a man to even really comment on this, but Sydney Sweeney is the most incredible looking woman I've ever seen in my life. All right.
I like it.
Sell.
He's going Sweeney.
Sell.
You know what Sweeney provides? Sweeney's a great example. Sometimes it's about, have you ever seen another person that looks like them? I've never seen another woman that looks exactly like Sydney Sweeney. Maybe we could argue there are more women that look kind of like Selma Hayek. From a unique perspective, Jason, I'll give it to you. I would go Selma Hayek, but Sydney Sweeney has a look that is just hard to replicate.
Sydney Sweeney is in the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Tarantino, where she is one of the she's one of the like Charlie Manson girls. All right,
correct.
She's a gross, lived on the street Charlie Manson girls, and I still look at her and I'm like, oh my God, I would turn it all in, okay? If I could just throw her in my trunk right now and drive to Mexico. All right.
Just take her to Hawaii, Jason. Come on.
Wow.
Well, you can't drive to Hawaii, Chance. So no. But no, she's I mean,
get
she's
the
like
SS Jenny and take to sail, buddy.
I can't believe that we're even discussing this. She's like the most incredible looking woman in the world. Why? This is not. Is this a conversation? Is this what?
Well, Jason, Jason, I know you have eyes. Have you ever fixed them on Selma Hayek? Let's not act like we're talking about someone's second grade teacher with a mole on her nose. Like, this is Selma Hayek. Have you seen From Dusk Till Dawn? Somebody's recommending Desperado. This is a world-class hottie,
dude.
You're acting like
I'm going to
Sydney Sweeney and B. Arthur. Like, come on, dude.
I would like to pause the show and send you, Chad, some clips from Euphoria, a show that I bet you probably didn't care about and haven't watched. But I'm gonna send you some stuff where you're gonna be like, holy shit! Like it. Honestly, if I were to send it, I would worry about people deciding, putting me into some sort of program.
You know what? You need to be the one to get me into Euphoria, Jason. I have never watched it. I've wanted to, but I've never gotten in. I'm a fan of Zendaya, and if Sydney Sweeney's in, I'm in. Let's go. No. Sure.
Yeah.
Bunch of wild, crazy kids having sex. Let's go.
Episode of Euphoria.
Come on, let's do it. Hey, by the way, I'm halfway through Landman. I'm working my way through Landman. I did start it off halfway through, just past the family dinner. All right. Thank you guys for the super chat. We will get to some more football stuff. We got our picks coming up. We got our Super Bowl picks of all kinds, and we need you guys to throw us some picks. Here's how it's going to work. Each of us is going to pick the spread on the Super Bowl. We're going to pick the over-under. we're going to pick 2 other prop kind of bets. So mainly we've looked at like a prize pick kind of thing, but touchdowns, if you want to talk about, you know what I mean? I think one of us is going to go coin toss, that kind of stuff. Pick 2 sort of prop stuff, and we're going to pick all 4. You pick 3 like you've done all season. We have to make it 3 because only one of you has gone 3-0 the whole season. King Randy.
Well,
and Randy's hoping that you all fail or we pick him because Randy wants to be the king forever.
Well,
but you have
remember,
one more
I ran my mouth off a month and a half ago, and I said if nobody else won a shirt the rest of the year, Randy got a second shirt.
That's true.
Randy has already sent me his shirt order. That's how lack of faith he has in Outsider Nation.
He's confident. Yeah, he's confident, and he should be. But you guys throw your 3 picks in. We'll collect those as we go along, and we'll make our picks coming up here.
Randy's getting him a new Dusty Burrow.
Yeah, it could be.
No.
See, there it is. He wants one of those shirts too.
For those of y'all that don't know, and Chad knows this because he worked with him, Bo and his damn yellow notepads, like it never leaves his side.
Yeah, Bo and it's a race between Bo and Bucky. Those are the 2 people I know that have the pad, the old school.
Oh yeah,
that was what my dad did back in the day when Doc Hastings hit the classroom. He brought those yellow pads. The pad would go on the desk, and then he'd start onto the chalkboard, but he was going off of the big chief pad.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 notepads for different things around my desk as we speak.
That is awesome.
Told y'all.
Yeah.
All right. Before we do anything else,
that's the same amount of notepads I have on Sydney Sweeney, by the way. All right. That's the same.
Exactly.
Here's the notepad when the Outsiders was created.
There you go. The Outsiders notepad. It's very good. Don't show them too much of the secrets, Bo. Don't be like Jerry around the draft and show them your game sheet. Don't do that.
Jerry.
All right. Chance, give us a little bit on Arch Public, and we'll talk a little more Longhorn football, but tell them what's going on over at Arch Public.
Yeah, so I have to tell you, we got a really cool thing going on. My buddy here in Houston, he is the czar of talk radio, Michael Berry, is having our buddy Tillman Holloway on the show tomorrow, and they're going to talk all things Tillman, all things Bitcoin, and all things Arch Public. It'll be on at 9 o'clock in the morning. You can stream it over at the iHeart app if you want to. If you're in Houston, they're going to be on 7:40 a.m. Go check out Tillman. I know Tillman is going to be a lot of fun. Michael does a great job of getting the guys to really come out of their comfort zone, which doesn't take much with Tillman. So it should be a pretty good interview, and Tillman's going to tell you everything you need to know. If you just listen to the interview, hear Tillman talk about the product, talk about where the market's going, then you make a decision if you want to give him a call and see if it's right for you. So check him out tomorrow, 9 a.m., AM 740 KTRH here in Houston. It is the mega station here in Houston that serves Southeast Texas and takes care of us during the hurricanes and stuff. Or just stream it on the iHeartRadio app and tell Siri, hey, Siri, turn on 740 KTRH in the iHeartRadio app.
There you have it. All right, gentlemen, let's see if we can make some picks here. What happens if I go to the 4? Oh, yeah, we can do it like this with 4 people. This is the way it's going to have to go. This is the way it's going to have to be. Do you know why? You want to see a close race? Here's a close race. Look at that. 1 game difference. Chance Mock trying to run me down. Bo's only 3 back. We're picking 4 games or 4 things. You never know. Jason and Blake. With Jason's just trying to hold off Blake, basically, as the end is approaching. So we will get our picks going here, gentlemen. Let's start here. I knew it. Wait, I had it ready to go. There it is. All right. Here I am coming from the 1 slot. Let's see if I can hold a lead. I'm going with Kansas City. We'll get to the actual score in a little bit, but I'm going to trust the Chiefs a little bit more than I'm trusting the Eagles here. I think the defense will step up. Chris Jones is key. That's why Chris Jones is a pick of mine as well. I'm going over the 48.5. I think we're talking 30-something, 20-something. That gets us over 48.5. Chris Jones, more than 0.25 sacks. That means if he gets a half a sack, I still win. Yeah, I'm going more than that because I think he's been the key. One of the huge keys. Everybody wants to talk offense and Mahomes and all that. That defense always steps up for them in a Super Bowl, and that dude seems to be the one that does it. So I'll go with that. And I couldn't resist an Aggie, a Ray Guy award-winning Aggie, the cannon, Braden Mann. I've watched him punt live. It's a joy. The man can let one go. I'm going to say he's got a 55-yarder in him, so we're going more than 54 and a half on a Braden Mann longest punt. That's where I'm going with the picks for this one. All right, let's go to what I assume is still an upset Bills fan, still licking his wounds a bit. Let's see what he's doing with the Super Bowl. Chance Bach.
Well, I had to go on the opposite side of you on one of them. So I'm going with Philly.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that completely out of spite. That is the only reason I'm doing it. Because
Fair
I
enough.
think as we get to the picks, you will see where my true thoughts are. But for this purpose, let's go, baby. Let's take those underdogs. Fly, Eagles, suck it. All right. I'm taking the over. I think the over is an easy one on this one. Saquon at half of a rushing or receiving touchdown. The dude's going to score. He always does. He's been an absolute monster this year. He's been incredible. And Hurts less than 213 and a half passing yards. He hadn't shown me he wants to throw. He hadn't shown me he's really had to throw. Nobody's made him throw the ball this year. And with Spags and the blitzes and things that they come, I think Sirianni's not going to put him in a situation where he can give the ball up on a blind side DB coming from the backside, knocking a ball loose or things like that. I think they probably keep it pretty simple. So I think that's an under. And I would like to say, for the record, y'all all suck for not allowing me to take Patrick Mahomes over 0.5 passing yards. I mean,
No.
We all saw it, Chance. It's the promo. You can't take the lightning bolt promo as your pick on the show.
You can't do. Come on, Chance. We can't let you have that. We can't do it.
I thought I was going to sneak it
That
in.
is the prize pick promo of the week. When you go to make your prize picks, you can get Patrick Mahomes half a yard for one of your legs.
Yeah, so man. You can make it. You can take a 4 and turn it into a 5 banger basically for free.
Yeah, right. You got that.
What is the price on under 0.5 passing yards? Because I promise you that price is better. I'm serious. Like in terms of gambling prices, that price is like
it was not
if he was just to be dead by the time of the game, like that price is.
No, they said you have to go over. You have to take the over.
But this is the deal,
it wasn't an either or bet. Like when they screwed me when we may have caught breaking news that Mr. Auburn wasn't going to kick. And I loaded up my prize picks with Will Stone points and Bert Auburn under points, and then they voided all of them.
That one was wrong. There was no injury. I still don't know why they did that.
So that's what I was about to say, Jason, is like if you took the under because those odds would be astronomical and the payout would be incredible.
Yeah.
But because I had this happen to me too, if you get an injury, they will scratch the whole thing and just give you your money back.
Yeah. But I didn't know. Yeah, the Auburn thing, there was no injury. I didn't know why that happened.
Yeah.
All right. And Chance, you got the Hurts one there, less than 213 and a half. Okay.
I see it like 179 is kind of where I see Hurts showing up this game.
Let's go to the Country Gorilla, Bo, and his picks. He's heading there with Chance, at least in terms of this pick. We'll see if he actually picks Philly, but he likes Philly on the point.
I'm picking Philly significantly.
Oh, okay.
I'm picking Philly by 10.
Oh, come on.
And I get it. Who bets against Mahomes? Tom Brady was GOAT-like as well. And there was one kryptonite for Tom Brady, and it was intense pressure. No team that KC's faced is going to bring a defensive line front like Philly that has guys that are athletic enough like Jalen Carter to not just get ran around by Patrick Mahomes. Like, they're athletic D linemen. I think they corral him.
You mean outside of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that crushed him, right? You mean outside of them? Nobody can bring. You mean other than the Bucs?
Give credit where credit's due, but you get my point.
Okay, just check.
The Eagles' defensive line is just different, and you can run on the Eagles. Like if you have a power-heavy attack, like if the Eagles' offense faced the Eagles' defense, they probably win, and Saquon gets lots of yards. The Chiefs don't have that kind of running game, and their offensive line is like Swiss cheese due to injuries and due to other things. I think Philly just eats them up on the lines, And I think Philly's offensive line can hold off KC's pass rush and allow Philly to attack. I think Dallas Goedert goes nuts in this game. And I got the I'll save the score, but Eagles 10+.
Okay. And you want to talk about the others, or are you just done?
Yeah, what the hell?
You just gonna drop the mic?
Sorry. That was my hot take pick.
Okay.
I like over 48.5. I think if the Eagles are going to win, the Chiefs are going to try to chase it back. I like Xavier Worthy over 6.5 yards rushing.
Oh, I like that.
They're going to have some play with some bubble sweep, some kind of jet action, and Worthy's going to get 6.5 rushing. And I have Devonta Smith over 51.5 yards receiving.
Yeah, that's not good. I like that one. That's a good.
What's going to be really funny, Bo, is if they do one of those end-around shovel passes and Worthy breaks it for like 70 and a touchdown, but it goes down as receiving yards.
I was about to say, Chance, there's a big difference between that and that.
It's the easiest passing yards you'll ever have.
Yep, that's it.
I'm aware, but I'm going to take my chance that they get him the ball in the jet sweep, not jet shovel pass action.
Hey, Chance, did you ever have that choice? Did Greg Davis ever talk to you about that? Hey, Chance, you want to go here or here? You're like, oh, coach, we love here. We want it all the time.
That was intentionally what we did, because when I first got to Texas, we were an under center team. And so everything on those jet sweeps that everybody in the stands hated was open and give. When we moved back, I mean, we got to the point where we'd just be like, not a good play, throw it at his feet. Like, we're looking at the defensive end and going, no. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Yeah. It's a get out of jail free card is what it is.
Yeah, it's a nice free read there. It's not bad. All right, there are Bo's picks. That will lead us to Jason Dick, ladies and gentlemen, and he's the man who ain't afraid of a coin. What's up, Jason?
Well, first of all, I would like to say what the hell to the cowardly producer Blake, who who's just like, oh, I'm not available here when I am the obvious power bottom to be here on the show today, so I have to go last.
Hey, Jason, you remember that commercial when we were kids with the frying pan and no, that was your brain is on drugs. Remember the kid with the box and the drugs, and the dad said, "Where did you learn how to do this?" And the kid says, "I learned it from you." All right.
Okay, you know what
happened.
Totally fair. That's good for you. You know what? I might delete a criticism that I have for you, Chad, but I'm totally not going to delete it. I'm going to take KC minus 1.5. I don't love it. I don't love this like, I feel like they're like the 8th best team in the NFL, but I'm like, am I really going to pick against them? So I'm going to take KC minus 1.5. I'm going to take under 48.5 because I think they sort of go back to the thing they do where they score no points and then just win the game 21-19 or something like that. Coin toss, tails never fails, so I'll take heads.
Oh,
That's the way that we win. And then this is my favorite bet in the Super Bowl is I'm taking Noah Gray over 1.5 receptions. Noah Gray is the future of Kansas City tight ending. Is that a thing?
I like that one a lot.
I have I have on good authority that Noah Gray is already texting Taylor Swift. Okay, like they're already.
Did Jackson Mahomes tell you that?
Travis Kelce is an old man. He's almost done. And so I like Noah Gray over 1.5 receptions in the Super Bowl. No, I do just want to say, Chad picked, what did you pick? Over 0.25 sacks for...
It's a legitimate prize pick you can make on defensive players. Will you give these defensive guys their due?
Can I pick over 0.1 sacks? Like, can I pick over 0.01 sacks?
If it was on Prize Picks, you could go look. It's there.
They have to do that. They have to set the line there because if you get half a sack,
Right.
It's legitimate. And hey, Jason,
Yeah.
I saw that a few weeks ago. And since I was watching a Steelers game with my wife, I took one of the Steelers. I can't remember if it was Watt or who it was, one of those guys. And I picked the same thing, plus the 0.25 more. And I saw what I clearly thought was half a sack. So I'm thrilled. I'm like, oh my God, it's great. And they didn't count it. So I don't know, but it is a thing. It's a thing you can pick.
Well, I want to ask you guys, because, I mean, we do like to talk about the Bills. Real quickly, since you're talking about Sackmaster.
Do we like to talk about the Bills? Is that a thing that we like to do?
Hey, since we're talking about sack guys.
Chance playing free and wheeling with the word "we."
I just want to know,
royal we.
Would y'all? I saw this proposed today. Would y'all take this? Would you take trading James Cook, your first in 25, and your second in 26 for Myles Garrett?
Oh yes, of course.
I mean, I feel like that's a no-brainer, right?
Now, keep in mind, Chance, I'm a Mavs fan, so I don't really have I'm a little skittish to talk about trades this week. But yeah, I think I'd take that.
I mean, I don't understand why people are.
This just in. The Browns have traded Myles Garrett to the LA Chargers for the rights to Zeke Elliott. It's a great deal. Nico Harrison got it all worked out when he was done with the last one.
Oh my God. Good grief.
Yes, I would trade anything. I would trade anything for the rights to Myles Garrett. Like he's one of the most important players in all of football. And don't even start with me with the Luka trade. Chad, I'm sorry. Is that right? You're a Mavs fan?
I am.
I don't get it. I don't get it under any circumstances. Like it broke my brain in a way that I was like, how could this even be possible?
Yeah, I don't know.
It broke my brain. The fact that literally the Dallas Mavericks, 4 hours before the trade was announced, posted a video of Luka arriving at the stadium for the game, getting out of his car with his cowboy hat, and said, "This is Texas."
Oh, it gets better. 2 days after the trade, they sent all the season ticket holders their renewals, and they'd upped their prices. They shipped Luka and then asked for more money. Like, there was a meme on Twitter. Nico Harrison had Kristaps Porzingis, Jalen Brunson, and Luka all on long-term deals, and now he's got Anthony Davis and a washed-up Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like, that's some wheeling and dealing. That's like the worst guy in your fantasy football league getting put in charge of a pro franchise.
Yeah, that one's going to take a long time to get over. All right, before we finish up the general picks part of it, let's throw Blake's picks at you. We'll just tell you about them, and then we'll get the picks later of the game itself. Blake, big shock. He likes Kansas City -1.5. He's taking the over. He likes Worthy to score a touchdown, anyway, Worthy scoring a touchdown, and then Hurts over the 0.5 interception. So he likes Hurts to throw a pick in the game as well. Those are Blake's picks. And coming up a little later,
I think he means that Hurts has to make an interception in the game. I don't think
I
think he has to.
Oh, he just texted me. He's actually not going to be a Chiefs fan anymore. He said, "Fly, Eagles, fly."
Yeah, right.
He also isn't going to root for Texas anymore. He's a Boomer Sooner because Jalen Hurts is a Sooner. So when Blake comes on next week, he is just going to be wearing Sooner maroon because that's how despondent he is that his Dallas Mavericks got rid of Luka Doncic.
Oh, man. That is just
He's
crazy.
just giving up on all things sports.
God, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's going to be so long before I get over that.
Can I say, are you doing a dick move today, Jason?
I don't have one planned, but we can always mix one in. But go ahead.
No, have y'all seen the clips of this clown going around the Super Bowl interviewing and asking like Patrick Mahomes, hey, by the way, like legitimate question, and they're like engaged, and then all of a sudden he throws out like, who's your favorite ref that you like to go to dinner with? And Mahomes is like, what?
Wow.
And he did the same thing to Travis Kelce. And to me, like we can all talk about it on these shows. I think that's a dick move to show up at Super Bowl Media Row and just like there's legitimate questions to be asked. Like that's a dumb thing to do to me.
I agree. I
Dick
agree.
move. Dick
That
move.
that event jumped the shark so long ago, and it's been the home of dumb questions for a long time. Y'all know I'm into some silliness sometimes, but sometimes you got to be a pro. And like the year that the lady showed up in the wedding dress and proposed to Tom Brady, that's when they should have changed media day forever. Either go full circus or make it media day. It's one of the two. And now they've really kind of pushed it to where they're more on that side chance than they are on the other side. I am in support of any player that wants to be as rude as they want to people like that. When Travis got asked the question, what do you love more, Taylor Swift or
the
something about a ref call or something like that?
Oh,
and he's like,
Taylor Swift or roughing the passer call.
Yeah, and he's like, that's a tough one. Next. And, I'm all for that. Be as snarky as you want. Go Marshawn Lynch. Say you're there so you don't get fined. That thing has gotten way too silly.
But you're Marshawn Lynch, okay? You're the goddamn running back of the team playing in the Super Bowl. You're not some dude showing up at media day, which, look,
true.
Nobody loves more than me. Being a dude who barely is invited to this thing and then talking for a moment and then setting up a joke and doing it and then just bam. But yes, like to ask the Marshawn Lynch, that's not even comparable. Okay, it's not even like he's the running back in the Super Bowl. And I'm just here so I just don't get fined. Like it's not even comparable to me that's a real thing.
Hey,
like I can have
Shohei Ohtani translator to explain to me that last bit.
Like I can have
fun. Know what those words were.
Well, like, but to me, fun would be like a serious, like the question we had: Sweeney or Selma Hayek at her peak. Like that would be a funny question. Douchebag question to me to go in and be like, who do you think's hotter, Taylor Swift, or who do you love more, Taylor Swift or a roughing the passer on Mahomes?
Like if they asked it, and even then it would be a little rude, but if they asked Mahomes a question like, you've gotten 11 roughing the passer calls while your opponents have gotten 1 in the last 7 games in the playoffs. Do you see is there something you're doing to elicit these calls with your style of play, or how do you think this discrepancy happens? At least there's a basis in something with a question like that's geared to get the same answer instead of just being a complete dick.
That's a real question though. Like that's a legitimate question, and he could choose to be like, I don't know.
Or maybe he could say, I hang in the pocket longer before I hit eject and start running. I'm willing to take a shot. It's not my fault if sometimes guys go for the kill shot instead of just trying to tackle me. But that's the type of question that I actually wouldn't mind hearing an answer to shut people. Like, yes, the Chiefs get some calls. So did the Patriots. So did the Cowboys in the 90s. The best teams are going to get some slightly better calls, especially if they do the things that get the calls. Mahomes does stay in the pocket longer. So did Brady. So did Troy Aikman. And the announcers will laud it as toughness that they stay in there and wait till the last second to make a throw and then they take a shot. But you can't get mad if sometimes that shot goes over the line. Like, it's going to happen.
All right. Thank y'all for your chats. We do have some pickers that have gotten in there. If you want to take 3 of the things that you saw us pick, some kind of prop style stuff, spread, over, under, pick 3 of those. We've gotten a few in, and if you keep sending them, if you go 3-0, if we pick you and you go 3-0, you'll get the poncho shirt of your choice. All right. We're behind a little bit on thanking all of our great partners. In fact, we're so far behind that Sergio and his wife were waiting. Sergio had to sit down. He was so tired. Covert Ford.
Hi, I'm Sergio Garcia, professional golfer.
And I'm Angela Garcia, a 7th-generation Texan. And as a child, I grew up on a ranch in the Hill Country, and we had countless Covert Ford vehicles on that ranch. I saw firsthand just how reliable Covert is and how their customer service cannot be beat.
And just like in golf, being reliable, on point, and consistent is the most important thing. So if you want the best of the best, visit our friends at
Covert Ford right there on 183. Go see outsider Chris Abbott right there on the showroom floor, sitting right there every day of the week. Chris Abbott is your guy. Just a good friend of ours, Scott Hampton, just went in and got a new truck this week. He was sending us all pictures. Chris got him set up. Whatever you're looking for, Raptor, Expedition, Excursion, Ford Mustang, Chris and the Covert team will take care of you from start to finish. Covert Ford right there on 183.
All right. Shout out to Covert Ford. And somebody made a reference earlier to the Texas basketball game. Looks like Texas may give one back tonight at home. It's they're down 16 right now, but early on in the second half to Arkansas. Keep an eye on that one tonight. All right. So we've got our picks for the actual Super Bowl game coming up here in just a little bit, but we also have some chats coming in and a super chat, I believe. Where'd that thing go? There it is. Back in with ATX Bates. $4.99 was reminded from 7th grade football when I got hit in practice so hard I had snot from nose to ear. Chance, what's the hardest you've ever been hit?
Well, I'll give you. So the answer is easy. Like, I don't even have to think about this one. And it's kind of funny because I didn't even see your super chat. So this is off the top of my head, which is going to kind of segment into a little announcement. So the hardest I ever got hit was by Cole Pittman, RIP Cole.
Wow.
I was doing scout team. I beat him on a zone read for a touchdown. And I did a little dance and I had a little fun, probably too much fun.
Uh-oh.
And then I kept the ball on a read, and I mean, it was totally they're not supposed to be all-stars, right? Because it's what plays are coming. And because of my little dance, he took a beeline, and like I heard two things: him hitting me and me hitting the ground. And my helmet was like turned kind of sideways, and all I remember him doing is "Don't ever effing dance on me again." And I was like, "You got it." I think am I dead? Like I was doing body checks and his 300-pound ass just annihilated me.
Okay.
So that was it. But that which leads into I now know that I'm allowed to talk about it because it was in the Houston Chronicle. So, I told y'all I went and saw Mac Brown and we, a couple weeks ago and Corey Redding was there and Tillman Holloway and Matt Trissel and all those guys. Well, if you know, like that whole group of guys, Stevie Lee, Chase Pittman was in town. We have finally, after all these years, Jimmy Saxton and some of the guys have put together, they're going to make the Cole Pittman book, Raising Cole, that Mark wrote afterwards. They're making it into a movie. They're doing a full Hollywood production with it, with a bunch of guys in Austin. So they brought the former players in, and we're going to be consulting on it to make it as lifelike as possible to really try to bring Cole's life to light. And it's going to the big screen. It's not going to be a straight to Netflix deal. Like it's going to be in theater. So it's pretty damn cool.
Awesome. So we're going to get.
There's going to be a character of me. I heard Ryan Gosling's who they're trying to get. I'm not sure.
There you go. There you go. We're going to get the 44 moment. Now, Chance, are you going to be asked to be like quality control to taste the cookies that go onto the set? Like to make sure they live up to the standard of what was being prepared back then?
I feel like I need to. I think this is a must happen.
Did you say Ryan Gosling or Philip Seymour Hoffman?
How dare you? How dare you? Not only did you try to go like good looking actor and somebody you were trying to make fun of, you picked a dead guy. Like, what are you doing?
Not only
was dead.
Oh my God.
What? Not only is Philip Seymour Hoffman dead, but like that, if I could pick anybody to play me in a movie, it would be Philip Seymour Hoffman. But he has passed away.
And he has. So we can use AI generation. I was just thinking of the character from Buggy Night.
The Philip Seymour Hoffman hologram as Chance Mock in the movie. That's a whole other kind of production. Oh my God.
Well, and our chatters just love to let me know when I'm being stupid. Sorry, I didn't know if he died.
They do. That's okay. That's all right. Fellas, we will get to before we get to our Super Bowl picks, there's another Longhorn football issue I want to talk to you guys about. But before that, Jason, I'm inspired. I saw Sergio. He pulled a golf club out of a bag, and I thought, boy, I bet that's what it looks like when Jason Dick swings them out at Star Ranch. It's gotta be.
Now, I don't know how I can do this because I'm so mad that Bo didn't know Philip Seymour Hoffman was dead. Yeah, the golf club at Star Ranch. It's my favorite place to go play golf, guys. If you like hitting golf balls out there, it's such a fun place. Okay, it's wide open. It's a great space, and now the weather's been a little better for a couple of days. It's nice to get out there in the sun and see stuff. But even all the time at Star Ranch, the golf course is just always in such great shape. The fairways are always just crisp and running true. The greens running true. It's a great place to play, whether you are a great golfer or whether you're like this guy who sometimes misses every once in a while. You can scan the QR code there to make a tee time, or you can call 252 Ranch to make a tee time. It's the golf club at Star Ranch, my favorite place. They're the best.
Man, the Philip Seymour Hoffman thing really threw him off.
Sorry. That was
My God.
In the middle of that, I got very distracted because I don't know if y'all watched the Pro-Am this past weekend at Pebble Beach, but Shane Lowry hits a dude with a drive on the fly. Like he hits a volunteer on the fly, and he goes down. All right, the volunteer just goes down, and the announcer, I'm not sure who he is. He's one of the dudes with the foreign accent, but he just goes. He goes, "Oh no, we hope he's okay." And then like 8 seconds later, they go, "We've been told he's okay." And I'm like, there's no way that you know that he is okay. Okay? There's no way that you know
that means
right
he
now.
died.
I was watching it. It was Immelman's. It was Trevor Immelman's brother, Mark Immelman, and he's like, "Oh, like because they were like it's a little sideways." Oh, like because you heard it.
Where did it hit him?
I thought he hit the cart path, but it was actually the dude.
Where did it hit him? Hit him in the head? Hit him in the
in the head, yes.
Ooh. Yeah, and this guy goes down like literally, it's like it's the Zapruder film, okay? He goes down like he's been shot. Okay?
Down and to the left. Down to the left.
Yeah. And they're just like, "Oh, we hope he's okay." And then just like 8 seconds pass, and they're like,
As someone who's been knocked unconscious,
we've been told he's okay.
Okay, wait a second. Hold on. Chris Bennett? I don't know if this is hilarious or sick or both. What do you mean Chadwick Boseman plays Rod B? What are you talking? No! Stop naming dead actors. What are you doing? Good grief. My God.
That was so well played, Chris. That was
it really was.
Chris Bennett out of nowhere. Fantastic. Okay. I do like this idea. Can we get Matthew McConaughey to play Mac Brown? Let's just throw all, who looks like who out the window. Let's have McConaughey go after Mac. That would be fantastic.
I think with the right haircut, he could pull it off.
I think he could. The coach he played in We Are Marshall, he could pull off Mac Brown. But Jason, as someone who's been knocked unconscious twice by golf balls, one hit by someone else, one hit by myself, you get up pretty quick and you're okay.
Hold on. Did you go off a tree?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to hit
I was playing in a skins game for money, and if you don't make birdie, what the hell's the point? And I was in a shoot of trees, and I tried to hit a punch shot through it, and apparently everyone saw it, and it was hilarious. Hit the tree, came right hit me between the eyes, and I dropped like a bag of hammered dog shit, if you will.
Yeah. All right. Apparently, we're doing the casting call from the funeral home. Chris Bennett says Luke Perry will be Chris Bennett. Okay. Here we go. Good grief.
I think Major Applewhite will be played by Phil Hartman.
Also dead. Also very dead. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh, that was fantastic.
Luke Perry's dead too, dumbass.
Very much so. Very
Luke
much
Perry's
so.
not,
The uncle from Napoleon Dynamite plays Chance. This
Uncle
is not
Rico.
bad. Yeah, Uncle Rico. He may actually be alive. I think he might be around. We might be able to find him. Oh, my God. Okay, guys, speaking of things that may or may not be around, I want to plug in Chance to whatever sources you talk to. Bo, whatever crazy Longhorns you're talking to. Jason, I know you're talking to wacky Longhorns. Show of hands. Anybody seriously starting to think they're not going to have a spring game?
Oh.
Really? Wow.
I think it's a possibility, and they probably turn it into some kind of fan appreciation day where fans have the opportunity to come down on the field and, you do stuff like that, autographs, have bounce houses outside the stadium for kids.
Is it this Matt Rule thing that's got people freaked out, or is it something else?
Personally, I don't see the point in the spring game. I see no point in it. They spend 4 weeks scrimmaging against each other, doing the exact same thing. You get to a spring game, the only thing that it's there for is for the fans. And therefore, that's why, because most of the starters don't play. They play maybe a drive and then they get out of it. It's for the younger kids and to showcase what they can do, but you've done it for 4 weeks. Why give your guys a chance to get hurt going into spring with one more pointless game when the whole point of the spring games to give back to the fans? And I would make it a fan experience. That's what I would do.
Huh.
I think it'd be good for the team, and I think it'd be good for the fans too. Like that kind of access to the players and to be able to be part of it, I think would be awesome.
I'm kind of in lockstep with Chance there because spring games used to be a big deal when fans didn't have the access or the resources and tools to learn about the team they loved. Like the spring game was a way to show the fans who had a great spring practice, who did all these things, so you could see who the new stars were going to be. But in the dawn of Orange Bloods and things of Orange Bloods ilk, like most true Longhorn fans can go 85 deep on the roster and tell you how they performed at spring practice because they heard about it from Anwar or Alex or Sukumel or Catch. Like the top 25% of the Longhorn population knows exactly what's going on and who's winning what camp battle, and they follow it on Twitter. They don't need a spring game to tell you who the starting quarterback is. We know it. They don't need a spring game to tell you who's going to be the 5 they roll out on a line. You're going to know it. You know who the receivers are. So that the game itself really did become about just giving the fans a cheap way to bring your kids to a game to go see this. If they want to do it like Chance says with some fan appreciation, I'm fine.
Jason, I'm just trying to figure out what happens when Texas calls ESPN and says Arch will not be playing in a spring game on your network. What happens then?
Look, that's all made up, okay? And just like the spring game, it's all made up, okay? The whole thing is just there for people like me who just want fan nonsense. And now this is probably the worst year to not have it because, like, for many years you could be like, oh, Arch Manning should be the starting quarterback, but now it's like, what are you even going to argue about? But hey, much more importantly, Uncle Rico was played by an actor named John Grice, who is my friend, who I have in my phone right now.
Do you really?
I could fucking call him right now. Okay,
Call him on speaker and put him on the show.
He is a tremendous actor.
We could get him on.
And yeah, the idea that we have brought up Philip Seymour Hoffman, who is dead, and so many other guys who are dead, and you're just gonna be like, the guy who played Uncle Rico, and I'm like, that's John Grice, that's my guy.
And I said immediately, I think he's still alive.
I think of course he's still alive. Okay,
I thought you were saying that about Luke Perry, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure Luke Perry died.
Yeah, Luke Perry's dead. Luke Perry's dead. Yeah.
Luke Perry has passed away.
That is true. By the way, this is the worst casting idea I have ever heard of. It will make people laugh, but come on, Bates. Chris Farley is Dan Neal? Like, do you know either of those? What's your next idea? Like Charlie Sheen plays Roger Staubach? Like, what do you mean Chris Farley?
I think he was just looking for people that were dead. Like, that's all it is.
I think
He's
you're
just
right.
Following the theme of dead people.
John Belushi as another offensive lineman.
John
my
Belushi
God.
as Greg Davis. There you go. You nailed it.
That would be good. Chance knows. You go up to the box, he'd be sweating.
I hope this doesn't offend him, Chance. Richard Pryor as Roy Williams.
No,
Wait, with
Richard,
the
This is
mustache.
all right. No.
Richard,
Cancel the
hang
Bo
on.
Edge School of Casting
Hey.
right now. This is
Richard Pryor as Cleve Bryant.
I was
That
about to
would
say
be-
Cleve Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you gotta go. That's where
This may
you gotta
only be
go.
fun for the three of us. It's not even fun for Jason, but it's pretty damn fun.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Macaulay Culkin, I think, could do a good Major Applewhite. I think that might
Kieran
be
Culkin, his brother.
Kieran Culkin as Major
That guy's a-
Applewhite.
I love his characters, but they're all douches. It's just like the guy he'd be playing. Oh no!
wow. Now I might quit this show forever. This is
Okay.
the most.
Brian Jones would go for this. Richard Pryor as Brian Jones. Brian would go for that.
Oh, Brian Jones should be played by Sinbad.
Oh my God.
Or Bernie Mac.
Okay. There it is. Casting a movie with both alive and dead folks. That's tonight's weird theme out of
Daryl
nowhere.
Drake.
Oh,
Bernie Mac is Daryl Drake. That'd be great.
how about
Oh my
this?
god!
Bernie Mac is Mad Dog.
I'm telling you, he needs to be Daryl Drake.
Oh
Oh,
my god! Chris Bennett just came out with Wilson from Home Improvement as Greg Davis.
Chris Bennett is just scouting the internet for dead actors and actresses right now.
This is like, what's that movie? I See Dead People.
Exactly.
Sixth
Oh
Sense.
my God.
Oh,
I am so glad I brought up the spring game thing now. That is just unbelievable. Bo, before we get too far off of the rails we don't even have, let's talk a little Golden Griff. Tell the people what Gold and Griff is all about.
Golden Griff in the construction world is what gets you back on the rails. Like this show trying to get back on the rails. Golden Griff is a private contractor, a guy that works for a corporate GC firm that has it's a side business. It's a business with him and his family, and they do projects around your house. Big, small, they can handle it. The thing of it is he's doing the work. He's always there. If he has to hire subs, he'll hire subs, but he's doing the work. And Billy and his team will get the job done at Golden Griff. I'm actually hiring him to come out to my house. We're redoing Razor's kind of PlayStation, sports memorabilia room, and anybody that knows me knows I'm not the guy you want to do construction. You got to swing a sledgehammer, I can handle that. You got to do something intricate and like nail it right and make the frames align, not me. Billy's coming out this weekend so we can set Razor's room up with some jerseys that need hung on the wall, getting another TV hung on the wall for his PlayStation. So I just called Golden Griff. Really simple. You can give them a call, scan the QR code, and they'll come right out there. Billy's coming out this weekend, like I told you. And the number is 733-9789. That's 733-9789. But Golden Griff is the answer to all your handyman concerns so you can focus on living. Go play golf and have Golden Griff come out and fix your house. There you go.
There it is. That's a good plan right there. You head out to Star Ranch, let Golden Griff take care of what you got going on at the house. By the way, that guy, Bo Edge, is hinting at a double-digit Eagles win. We will get our Super Bowl picks in here in just a second. After we thank you guys, over 500 of you, in the Specs chat. If you join us for a What Are You Drinking Wednesday and you love to drink wine, Specs has something going on for you. Pay attention.
Ooh la la, what a fabulous selection. I think I found my perfect pairing. You and Specs low prices.
Specs huge wine sale going on now.
Finally found a show that spot fits perfectly in. I mean, if there was any show that needed the ooh la la spec spot, it's this one.
You mean the show where not only us, but all the people on the chat line are throwing out dead actors and now actresses to play the characters in
That is
the
true.
actually cool movie that Chance announced, Raising Cole?
Mr. T as Mad Dog. Interesting.
That's
Just
spot
beat Arthur as Mac Brown.
Yeah, come on. Like, what are we doing here? Now you're going to stop trying? B. Arthur? B. Arthur should be in it.
Read ATX Bates' last one.
Not as hang on. Oh my God. That's well done. ATX Bates, fantastic. Somebody wants Chris Rock to be Quan Cosby.
They want the actor Zeus to be Corey Reddick.
Zeus was great. This is definitely himself. You gotta have Seaway as himself. Do one of those hair darkening things. Just do the makeup deal, take him back in time, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were even there at this moment, which is when I knew that I truly had made it. The role I wanted to play in radio back at the Horn was when the remark from Craig Way to another friend of ours, Mark Honig, was, "Who the hell is that ass clown on Saturday morning?"
Yep. That was good. Yep.
And I was standing there and I go, "That would be me, Craig."
Oh, you mean you were in earshot of the comment?
Oh yeah, I was like, "That would be me, Craig. Hi, I'm Bo, big fan." And actually,
I always
Craig and me ended up getting along just fine. But
I always interpreted that story as a classic Mark Honig went and told on you later. Like that's what I thought it was. But no, you actually heard him. Okay,
Mark was being the dick that Mark Honig is, and I love him for it.
Well, yeah,
he went up and asked Craig what he thought about the new weekend programming.
Oh God, he did it on purpose. Oh, that's so.
He's like, God, I don't know. The fishing show is cool, but I don't know who that ass clown is running the other show on Saturday. He's all over the place.
So wrong. That is so wrong, but it makes so much sense when you say it like that. Yep, that's it. That is it perfectly.
And
all right,
we work at the same station. This was it like a media function.
Oh my God, that is fantastic. All right, guys, let's throw our. You want to throw some Super Bowl picks out? You want to get that done?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'll start. I'm leading the picks. Chance is trying to catch me. I'm going to go Chiefs, and I'll go 34-27 since I hit the over, and I said the Chiefs are going to cover. Let's go 34-27. Chiefs is my pick. Chance, mock, what do you think?
31-23 Chiefs.
Oh, he likes the Chiefs. 31-23 Kansas City. Bo Edge says Eagles. How much, Bo?
34-23 Eagles.
Okay. 34.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Go EGLSES, Eagles.
I'm going to be so hammered if Bo's right. I will be so wasted on Sunday evening. Jason
want
Dick.
the Chiefs to lose, or
I'm saying I will be hammered, upset if the Eagles win like that. I do not want the Eagles to win the game. Yeah. I'm a bitter Cowboys fan, Bo. You got to understand. Jason and I, we live to be bitter because we can't live for success right now. Jason, what do you think happens in this one?
I've just been sitting here for the last 10 minutes trying to figure out who would play Chance Mock in the movie. And I feel bad because it's like a very important thing that Chance is talking about, like this very awesome thing that's happening. And I'm just like, who's going to fucking play Chance Mock in this
James
thing?
Dean?
And I was like,
Marlon Brando?
I have to pick somebody who's dead, but I can't.
Frank Sinatra?
Can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. But I tell you this much: if now they do the like age adjusting thing on everybody, and I would say like a 20 years younger J.K. Simmons, perfect Mark Honing. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Mark
good call.
Honing.
That'd be good.
All right.
That would be really good.
23-21. I'm going to take the Chiefs to win the game. 23-21.
Yeah, definitely liking that under.
And
by the way,
letters off Chance.
Huh?
Chad confirmed it.
What is that?
Well, Big Cheddar commented, did Chance just spell Eagles EGLSES? I was like, I didn't know what all the letters he was throwing out, but it didn't sound bad like Eagles.
Egglesses.
You do realize where that's from, right?
Egglesses. Is that from? Is that a draft mistake?
No, it's the mayor of Philadelphia, which the people of Philadelphia voted for, trying to lead the chant at a pep rally. It's real simple. EAGLESSES. Eagles. And she goes, EGLESE, Eagles. And everybody's like, huh?
So it was like what was the draft one? The Jets, right? Somebody said JETE Jets. Remember that? When they called like that second or third round pick? That was terrible. By the way, our man Blake, the super producer, likes his Chiefs. 31-24 was the score he sent us. 31-24 Chiefs. There we go. There it is. This is the one Chance has been wanting. John Wayne.
John no.
Wayne.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well,
Yep.
not sure why you'd want to go with that Vince Young guy. I'll get you down that field, partner. That'll be good. That'll be good. BJ, you run a route down there and I'll make it look like I'm under throwing it, but yeah, I know what we're doing here. There you go. There it is. See, Randy. I mean, we got them all coming in now. Come on now. Come on.
This went down the rabbit hole. I would have.
Val Kilmer is an interesting one. Actually, I like Val Kilmer. I like that one.
The rifleman himself. Chuck Connors. Oh my God.
I take that one, Chance. That's a good one.
I like that one.
No. All right, guys, let's pick our picker. I got 3 over here, and they are legendary chatters that won in on this game. None of them are Randy, though. Give me a 1, 2, or 3. What do y'all want? What do you like? 1, 2, or 3?
Bo, your life depends on this, whether you're buying it for Randy, so you pick.
That's true. Bo, you make the pick. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go with 1. Who we got?
Number 1, it's going to be our guy, ATX Bates, and here's what he likes. Kansas City covering. So Kansas City with the 1.5, Bo. He likes Xavier Worthy to score a touchdown. That would be the first Longhorn to ever do that. And over 1.5 Taylor Swift cutaway shots. Are we going to allow a number that low?
Way over. What are you talking about?
That's not a real line. That's just some shit he made up while he was taking a dump. No.
Bates, I think we're going to have to put – what if we make that 4.5? Don't we have to put that up at
fair. We have to be fair to Randy Jones because he's losing his shirt if ATX Bates nails it.
I say it's got to go up at least 1, at least 2.5, maybe more.
I'll do this. How about this? Even 3.
Hey,
Chance, what do you got?
Even 3, and if that's the push, then they both win a shirt.
Let's see if Chance can find it. Chance, can you actually find it out there somewhere?
Oh yeah.
Is it 1.5?
No, it's not. I'm going down.
It's got to be a bigger number than that. I'd put it at 2.5 or 3.5.
Well, there is a who will be shown. How many times will Taylor Swift be shown at the game live? Over, under 6.5?
Oh, no, that's also a bad number because it's definitely lower than that.
Because Bates didn't say during the game either. So this is cutaway shots, what, from kickoff on? Or is it
broadcast on? Yeah.
All right, we'll do that.
+3. She's at +350. Will she be shown during the national anthem?
Yeah, see,
what will happen if
it happens there?
How about first?
Hey, for purposes for the touchdown is -150, and Taylor Swift is on a live shot is +110. Who will be shown more times? Jason Kelsey at +425 or Taylor Swift at -800?
Definitely her.
It's definitely her.
How about this? Go ahead, Bo.
In game, from kickoff to end of game, 3 is the number.
Okay, and put a hook on it.
I'm setting it for them. It's 3. I'm not counting the walk into the stadium. I'm not counting any of that. From the moment the ball gets in the air to the moment they blow the final whistle, 3 Taylor Swift shots.
Okay, so then is it 2.5 or 3.5?
No, I said if it's a push, if it ends up on 3 direct, they both win the shirt. If that's the only thing that.
All right. Okay.
All right.
If they gets the other 2 right and the 3's a tie, then it's for Randy too.
Okay, there you go, Bates. You got to get to 3. We're making the Taylor Swift number 3, so we adjusted slightly. So Bo's got those marked down. ATX Bates, best of luck to you.
Look, I want to say 3 Taylor Swift shots. I beat that today already. So
Wow. All
I
right.
mean, who plays Taylor in this mythical movie? Anna Nicole Smith.
Dude, somebody put in the chat that DiCaprio would be great for Chance, and I'm like, that's a terrible idea. But I've just been sitting here for 5 minutes thinking about DiCaprio playing Bo Edge, like specifically like DiCaprio, like the Revenant era DiCaprio, or even
Yeah.
like
I'm glad you said that, not Gilbert Grape.
well, I was
So
like,
I'm
I don't even want to say, but like,
You know, here's who we need to get. It just hit me because the beard is key.
yeah,
We need to get.
yeah.
Is it Jace Robertson from Duck Dynasty? The thinner one, the funnier.
yeah.
I mean, they're all
yeah.
funny, but the
Yeah.
thinner Duck Dynasty brother, Jace, I think is
Jace.
his name.
Yeah.
I think Jace Robertson as Chance Mock would kill. I think he'd be awesome.
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
And I believe he's still alive. So I'm not.
He is
we're
still
not going
alive.
down that road.
He has
Yeah.
that cadence when he
Even though
talks.
they're in Monroe,
Yeah.
and Cole was from Shreveport, we might be able to persuade him. Louisiana
Exactly.
connection, Northern Louisiana connection there.
It's a Louisiana thing. See, this is Big Cheddar wants Zach Galifianakis. That would be a weird choice.
No.
That would
That's
be weird.
a terrible choice. All right. I just wanted somebody who can't say words right to be Bo Edge, and so the Revenant era Leo, or even like, dare I say, Django Unchained, like just somebody who just doesn't say words correctly.
Listen here, Pot calling the kettle black, who at least 5 times a show speaks in tongues like Adam Sandler.
Hey, I don't know the right words. I don't know how to say words. Okay. But no, just I'm so delighted by it. This is my favorite show we've ever done, guys.
It
Don't
is-
know words.
It has been fantastic. All right, before we get out of here, guys.
3 Taylor Swift beatings that got your words all jumbled.
Yeah.
There were no you know what?
There were who? What?
Well,
Where?
there's the best one right there for Bo, Chris Bennett.
Wait, what happened? Hold on. What was it? This one here?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Bobcat Goldthwait
God.
for Bo. Oh my.
TB, you're such a genius. That is because yes, that's so good. That's
Yeah, that would work. That would absolutely work. All right, gentlemen, before we get out of here, let's give Last Stand hats their love. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's get you some Last Stand hats. Longhorn fans, in case you don't know, they really dig you and Longhorn fandom and the whole thing. It was like 90-something items here. Look at all this cool stuff you got. Now, I don't know if y'all saw it this week. My wife's school had a big old buzzer beater, SFA. You got a lumberjack in your life? Look at all this. Look at this right here. Look at that. You can get an Axum hat. Look, Axum purple or Axum camo. Nothing says I'm a forestry major like a camo Axum hat. Come on now. And as always, remember, if you want to proudly support all these Texas schools, number one, you are not going to find my school. That's not going to happen. No matter how far down you go, you're not going to find them. Although TCU, they're represented. Others are represented. And they're not even letting me check this week. Why can't I check? Why can't I check it, fellas? There's Texas Tech. We got that going on. They won't even let me go down to I can't get there. Why can't I get there? I don't want to put the Tech one up. It's terrible. Anyway, I can't even check on UTEP. It's just, they're not even letting me. What's going on? Yeah, all right. Never mind. I guess we're done. I guess I can't check on UTEP.
I want to show that I'm wearing one of their
Still
new
have zero
field
hats.
hats for true UT baseball fans. And then I want to show this one that I got Razor because it was a hit. Like,
Dude,
if you
that's
got
cool.
a kid, you need to go to Last Stand. That is a hat that they will like. I promise you.
That is very cool. Last Stand hats. Bo's got the left field hat on there for you Occupy Left Field folks. If you want to rock some baseball, there are all gas, no brakes hats. There are DBU hats. There are Outsiders hats, 12 different color designs. You make sure you use that code Outsiders10 to get you a little discount. Make sure you tell them you heard about it here on Orange Bloods Live. All right, gentlemen, we've made Super Bowl picks. We have almost cast the entire movie here. What else do we need to hit before we're done? Anybody else need to be casted? Did we get everybody?
I don't know, but I think we need to have a whole Outsiders episode dedicated to casting real life people for this movie, not dead people.
Yeah, probably.
I've decided that I should be cast off. Is that a thing that we could do?
Of the show, of life? Of
No. Yeah. Just in general, that somebody should set me out to sea.
We would never cast you off.
It's like the boat that Casey Stoddard had that you showed up for and he wasn't there. That boat cast off real fast.
That was a good one.
I'm so mad at you now, right? Like I am so mad at you.
It is the Outsiders.
You'll go back to your lab, and next show you'll have like 7 jokes about my every various thing, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, remember we're brought to you by Poncho. We'll show you a few ponchos. There's Colt rocking a great burnt orange poncho. They got a lot of those if you're a Longhorn fan. If you love to get outside and you need some camo and hunting stuff, fishing stuff, of these shirts, that's an incredible way to do it as well. Or like the guys showed you earlier, you can go with the flannel. We got the whole left side in black flannel here. Chance has got that bad boy on with the mother of pearl snaps. Bo's got this one on with the regular buttons. Go check those out. Everything fits great, feels great. The t-shirts are amazingly comfortable. Those long sleeves, either the hoodies, you see us wear the hoodies. Sometimes it's just the long sleeve shirt. Thin, great. If you're looking for just kind of an extra layer, whenever you're headed outside, this is like me speaking as an old man. Do you need an extra layer? It's a great way to do it with Poncho Outdoors. I just want them to have more colors. Honestly, I would just keep buying them, keep getting them. PonchoOutdoors.com. Make sure you mention the Outsiders or OB Live when you do it. Thank y'all for liking and subscribing and getting your notifications. Best of luck to everyone in the Super Bowl, except for the Eagles. We'll be back next Wednesday for a What Are You Drinking episode. I see a smile on Jason's face. Did we get another casting idea? What is that?
No. I was just happy to hear somebody root against the Eagles.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's good too. Here we go. Real quick. Prince as Roy Williams and Buddy Holly plays Colt
They
McCoy.
obviously don't know their UT football because Prince would have played Sloan Thomas. The guy that came on our show to fireworks would be Prince, not Roy Williams, who is kind of shy.
That would have been fantastic. All right. Thank you all for helping us cast the movie. Great to hear the movie's coming out. Chance will keep us updated on exactly when that is going to happen. And hopefully we're still doing an Outsiders show when that one hits. It's going to be awesome. We'll be ready for that. Y'all enjoy the Super Bowl. Be safe at your Super Bowl parties. We'll be back next Wednesday night at 8:30. Until then, we are the Outsiders, and we are legitimately worth a shit. And as of me speaking, all still alive. See ya.